Donald Trump has put out a cryptic tweet ahead of the big bilateral with Prime Minister Modi. He's posted on Truth Social. 3 great weeks, perhaps the best ever, but today is the big one. Reciprocal tariffs make America great again. Trump is set to announce the list of countries on which reciprocal tariffs will be announced at a press conference at 11:30 p.m. India time. Now, this becomes hugely important because this is where the Indian Prime Minister is at Washington, D.C. at this moment. So, 2 things can happen. Trump has spoken of India as being tariff king, as a trade abuser. So, in the past, he's hinted that there could be tariffs against India. And if there is, when Prime Minister Modi is in DC, that would be deeply problematic from the Indian government's point of view. If, however, Prime Minister Modi is in DC and India is not brought into the list of countries against whom these reciprocal tariffs are announced, then that would be a big achievement for the Prime Minister. At this moment, with Trump in charge, I mean, typically you'd say that if you brought the Indian leader there, this is when you're doing a press conference, India wouldn't be targeted. But given that this is Trump, who knows? Let's try and find out. I want to go across to Geeta Mohan, our Foreign Affairs editor. She joins us from Washington, D.C. Rohit Sharma joins us. He's our man in Washington, both out in the cold, looking quite, I don't know, it's looking nice and chilly, but if you're out there, I suppose it's bitterly cold too. Geeta Mohan, I'll start with you. Is Narendra Modi going to do a Modi and ensure that India is not on that list of countries against whom these reciprocal tariffs are announced? Or will Trump do a Trump, call Modi, and while he's present in DC, put India on the list of countries against whom he's going to announce reciprocal tariffs? Which one is it?
Well, a bit of both, Rahul, because yes, there is going to be a major push by President Trump. In 3.5 hours from now, he's holding a press conference, Rahul, ahead of his meeting with Prime Minister Modi. And he very specifically has said that, and the press conference is on tariffs, and he said that this is a big day. And it is about reciprocal tariffs. So there is going to be hard push and bargaining from the American side. We'll have to see how Prime Minister Narendra Modi negotiates and navigates this space with President Trump. Rahul, this is not the same President Trump that we saw in his first term. He did not have a team in place. He did not have an actual plan in place. But this time around, he's come with a plan. He has a very, very specific and a very strong team. Again, we'll have to wait and see how the Indian side navigates this space. It's going to be a tough one. And it's not going to be an easy space to work on when it comes to the trade cooperation bit between India and the United States of America.
Rohit, you come from India, even though you live in DC now. In the Indian social milieu, you don't call a guest home and then punch him in the face. If India is targeted in the list of countries against whom these reciprocal tariffs are announced, it's not going to look good for Prime Minister Modi back home. Typically, I'd imagine that these 2 countries, through their foreign affairs ministries, have worked this out in a way that India isn't on that list, especially if Prime Minister Modi is in DC physically at that time. But with Trump, do you know?
Well, you know, I was just on a background call with a White House official, and they've said that that President Trump appreciates the steps India has taken right now on trade. And I think they're specifically talking about the budget and how India has reduced tariff on certain things. And they said they don't want to get ahead of President Trump, and they do not want to talk about what he will or will not announce at 1 o'clock. But they said that, you know, look, they appreciate it and it's heading in the right direction. Also, to mention, Rahul, they said that India and the US are looking to sign a new defense agreement. So I think, yes, it is kind of a googly from President Trump to schedule this on a day when Prime Minister Modi is visiting Washington, D.C. But at the same time, you know, there was talk about, with the senior White House official talking about warmth between the leaders. The most important relation between for US is India, and also a positive role that India can play when it comes to Ukraine and Russia war. So very important things discussed here at this background call with the White House official. As far as tariff is concerned, it is anybody's guess right now. But judging from what the White House official told us, it looks like they've appreciated the efforts of India, and India probably could be in a much better shape than it was probably 6 months ago.
Well, this makes things far more complex and fraught. I mean, it's supposed to be a big meeting. It's not the Howdy Modi or the Namaste Modi kind of meeting where there are lots of people, there's cheering. There's real trade tension there. in these relationships. I'm going to get Geeta an opportunity to work the phone with the Indian government. Rohit will do the same with officials at DC, and we'll come back to you both for more later on in the show. But this does really raise the stakes, as it were. If he ensures that India is not targeted, Prime Minister Modi will claim a big victory, and it will be. If India is targeted while the Prime Minister is there, then that is deeply, deeply complicated for Prime Minister Modi back home.